So the next question is question number 49, which is not true of active immunity. I'm going to read out the statements. It can be produced by exposure to a disease causing organism. This is true because active immunity is induced or produced by the exposure to a disease causing organism. Statement B, it can be produced artificially. Exactly, which is produced artificially, it would be an example of artificial active immunity, and which is produced naturally, that would be the example of natural active immunity. C statement, it can be produced by a virus. This is also correct. D option, it can be transferred via the colostrum. Colostrum, which is first milk secreted through breast of mother for the feeding of her child. This is false option because it is an example of passive immunity. Through colostrum, antibodies are transferred from the mother's body to the child's body, which is example of natural passive immunity. Now the next question is question number 50. Which of the following represents the correct sequence of events when the body is responding to a bacterial infection? जब बॉडी बैक्टीरियल इन्फेक्शन से रिस्पॉन्ड कर रही है तो बॉडी में जो इवेंट्स हो रहे हैं उनका आपको करेक्ट सीक्वेंस बताना है. एंड हियर गिवन द 3 इवेंट्स. First, antigen presentation by macrophages. Second, activation of B cells. Third, activation of helper T cells. What happens when we face a bacterial infection? The answer would be event number 1, then third, then second. Means first, antigen presentation by macrophages. सबसे फर्स्ट मैक्रोफेजेस जो है मेजर हिस्टोकॉम्पैटिबिलिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स की हेल्प से एंटीजन को प्रेजेंट करेगी. किसको? टी सेल्स को. देन व्हाट विल हैपन? एक्टिवेशन ऑफ helper T cells. Now these T cells will initiate the activation of B cells. Now few of the B cells will be transformed into plasma cells, which will further form the antibodies, and antibody antigen complex will be formed. I'll show you a diagram to explain this in a better way. You can see here this is a macrophage cell with the help of major histocompatibility complex. Here and here it is presenting the antigen to T cell, and T cell further activates the B cell. Now these B cells form two kinds of cell. One is memory B cell, which creates the memory for the infection, and the second one is antibody producing plasma cell. Next question is, why do antibiotics kill bacteria but not viruses? Options are A. Antibiotics stimulate the immune system against bacteria but not viruses. This is wrong. Viruses have a way of blocking antibiotics. This is again wrong statement. Viruses are too small to be affected by antibiotics. This is again wrong. Viruses do not have a metabolism. This is correct option. Viruses जो हैं, these are actually a link between living and non-living. ये living की body के बाहर non-living की तरह behave करते हैं, और living की body में भी हम बात कर सकते हैं ये उसी की host machinery use करते हैं for the reproduction purpose. इनका अपना कोई metabolism नहीं होता है. That's why antibiotic इनके against work नहीं कर सकती, क्योंकि एंटीबायोटिक कैसे वर्क करती है, वो पैथोजन के किसी न किसी बायोकेमिकल पाथवे को ब्लॉक करती हैं, या हम कह सकते हैं किसी मेटाबॉलिक पाथवे को ब्लॉक करके वो उनकी ग्रोथ को स्टॉप करती है. लेकिन वायरसेस का अपना कोई मेटाबॉलिक पाथवे या बायोकेमिकल पाथवे नहीं होता. दे डू नॉट हैव अ मेटाबॉलिज्म और मेटाबॉलिक पाथवे और बायोकेमिकल पाथवे. दैट्स वाई एंटीबायोटिक्स आर इनइफेक्टिव अगेंस्ट वायरसेस.